put it in my post so I can share this on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Do I have to get a link, or how can I share it?
Hey, I'm about to share it to you. But hey, y'all, we're live. Another episode of Something for the Culture here. Got a few special guests here tonight. Let's start off with Doe from the Doe Show out in South Carolina.
What up, y'all? It's your homeboy Doe, big homie Doe Stacks from the Doe Show. Check me out, y'all.
And then we got Mr. Black here, who just dropped the album. What was it, like a couple of days ago? Poetry and Hip Hop?
Yes, I dropped it on the night.
Cool. Also from South Carolina. And then, of course, we have Mr. L-Smooth. Like, it's been a while.
Peace, y'all. L-Smooth Mensa, you know what I'm saying? Midwest City veteran, Oklahoma representative. Peace, y'all. Let's get it.
That's what's up. All right, let's wait for some people to get in here. Let me, let's see who's up in here. So while we're waiting for folks to get in here, let's, what y'all think about that, what is his name? Young and Melly song, is that his name?
YNM Melly or something like that?
Yeah, Murder on My Mind.
I think it's fucked up if it's true. You know? Mm-hmm. I think it's fucked up if it's true. But I also feel like he has some dope ass fucking music. Like I just got turned on to his music like a week ago, and the boy has some shit to him, and it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He had to get discovered like that.
But I thought the song up in here actually came after the fact. Or no, before the fact, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the song was recorded, I think, 7 months before the actual murder or whatever, but he did I guess like a polar opposite version on the new mixtape that he dropped called Mine on My Murder. Mm-hmm. And it's just a fucked up predicament because I feel like I don't be getting into the Illuminati and the sacrifices and all that shit, but I feel like he sacrificed his friends for fame. I think
so.
Shit, I wouldn't shock me.
What y'all think?
I've seen it scroll down my timeline a few, but I'm not really up to what's really going on. Looked like he killed a couple of his buddies or something, but I don't know. Sound like you said a song came out after it, so did he snitch on himself, or I don't know the whole deal, to be honest. I've seen
the he turned himself in from, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what did the song say? Was the song talking about he killed a couple people, or?
The song is called Murder on My Mind, okay. And he was describing like him accidentally shooting a homeboy.
Okay.
Somewhat like that. You know what I'm saying? It could have been coincidental.
Right.
But it's just crazy that the cops are saying that him and another one of his gang members staged a drive-by and killed two of their friends, and they were the ones that took them to the hospital. But their stories weren't like coinciding with each other.
Okay. All right.
So all these rumors started popping up about them, you know what I'm saying, killing their homeboys or whatever, and staging the shit for like a drive-by.
Okay, that's crazy. Golly.
Right.
So it seemed, I guess, from what I understand, looked like he was kind of, nice fan base up and coming, about to do some things maybe, and just kind of tricked himself off.
Clean off the streets, man.
Yeah, I know one thing, that song puts you in a trance for real. Like we was just talking about that earlier.
Yeah, like the song got some shit to it. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm gonna have to go back. I'll check it out.
Black, what did you think? What do you think about it? We didn't get your opinion on it yet.
Well, I haven't heard the song. I heard people talking about it. I really don't get into music like that. But just for him to, that's everything is for attention now.
Clout.
Rappers, they're not that smart, man. They think attention and clout chasing is where it's at. But at the end of the day, it's gonna get him where it's gonna get you where he at. Same thing with all these other artists, man. That's what they glorify because that's what's talked about in popular music. You know, Selah Blak, you know what I'm saying? So he did
Well, listen.
Sad shit.
Huh?
That's that sad shit.
Yeah, true. Okay, we got a couple of people up in here. Hey, Sheba. Shout out to Sheba Fisher from the Beat
What
My
up?
Show.
405 repping. What up, Sheba? To me and mine. Yo.
Hey. Shout out to Lucky and co-host. They have their show out in Canada. You're welcome entertainment. Shout out to Mr. Reyes. He's the father of Janelle Reyes, who's doing her thing out here right now. So yeah, let's get into this topic, the analogy of rap lyrics versus poetry. So we was kind of talking behind the scenes, myself and Black, and we was kind of just, wanted to know what's the difference between the two. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with Joe and work my way down. Joe, what do you think is the difference between lyrics and poetry?
Lyrics are poetry. It's just poetry based on a musical structure. You know what I'm saying? The beat. I mean, it is poetry. If you ask me, I mean, for the ones that really care about lyricism, because that ain't everybody. But for those that really put their time into their craft, it is poetry. It's just poetry with like a different foundation, should I say? You know what I'm saying? It's based on more than just what you're saying. You got to say it on beat and say it in a funky way. So I guess they kind of go hand in hand.
I agree.
True. All right. L-Smooth, what you think?
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, they say like, rap, hip hop is poetry in motion. You know what I mean? So it is poetry. But, as far as an artist, it takes a little bit more talent to be on beat with the poetry. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the BPMs are. Now, I guess nowadays it's cool to rap off beat. Hence, whatever
it's not cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think it is, but quotations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depend on your age and whatever. A lot of other variables, but that's not what I'm into. But whatever people like. But poetry is poetry is lyrics, but it's how, like you said, how you have it structured. Lining up with the beat in the pocket, things of that sort. So yeah, I agree.
True. So, Black, that brings us to you. What do you think?
Poetry versus lyrics, they can be the same, but they can be different at the same time. With poetry, it's not structured as rap lyrics are. Poetry, you can free flow. You know what I'm saying? You're not bound to any limitations as far as constructing the word format. There's nothing limiting you to being creative in your writing process. Now with rapping or writing lyrics, you got to follow a format. Obviously, you got 16 bars. You want to make sure you have a good rhyme scheme. You have to work on the flow. You have to work on delivery. You have to work on your breathing. There's so much that goes into writing solid lyrics versus writing poetry. Poetry is based off of how you feel. You don't have to. You don't have to be. You don't have to be Shakespeare. To tell poetry. And there's many forms of it. Like lyrics, either you're good or you're not. Poetry. I consider that an art, and you really can't, compare my style of poetry to this person's style of poetry because it's based on who I am. You know what I'm saying? So now with lyricism, it is either you got it or you don't.
Right. I agree with you.
I want to tap on this comment right here, and y'all tell me if y'all agree or not. She says poetry has more creative outlet. What do y'all think?
I wouldn't say more. I would say, well, actually, yeah, because poetry is more based on your emotion and how you come up and how you say your words. Like especially if you're on stage, you know what I mean. You can be as creative as you want to be. You know what I mean. So, and I kind of agree because you are bound to somewhat of a structure when you're dealing with beats. although it is poetry, like you do have a structure you got to confine yourself to. So yeah.
Well, but you know, I think depend on the beat and depend on, you know, nowadays, I mean, you really can do whatever you want to. It don't even have to be 16s. It can be 8s.
Right.
It can be 4s, or it can be no hook. So really, I think
it could be a chant throughout the whole song.
Man, it can be a chant throughout the whole. You can go 64 bars and that's the song and be, what's that cat T Grizzly? He didn't have no hook. That might have been like 108 bars or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that, I mean, as far as more outlets, I don't know, maybe if I broke it down and looked, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it is, because although you do have to follow a certain structure in the format, but as an indie artist, you can do whatever the heck you want.
Right.
Really. So it just kind of varies.
Okay. What about this comment here? Mr. Ray says, old school rap and poetry were one and the same, but rap today seems to be limited in content as the beat is the main draw and then the hook.
Well, go ahead, Big Dog.
He can't say that. He can only say that about the music that's being promoted.
Right.
About what's being pushed in your face. But if you take his time and do some research, it's still some folks out here giving it to you, man.
Right.
For real. It's still some folks out here giving you that substance and that high criteria that hip hop was once held to. You know what I'm saying? Because I just checked out the kid Boogie from California. Yo, if y'all like hip hop and y'all like real fucking wordsmith and like well put together shit, check out that kid Boogie, man. He for real. He for real. So as far as that statement go, tell him he got to do his research beyond what's being played on the radio and what's being put in our face. Because there's some people out there giving it to us, man.
That's the key.
Okay, well, let's tap on this comment right here, and shout out to Mookie Montana, who's also another artist out of I want to say Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. But he says writing rap lyrics is much harder than writing poetry. What do y'all think?
I'm going to touch on that, but let me
grab my phone.
About that. Let me step away for a second.
Sure. You guys want to step comment on that until he comes back?
I can agree. I can agree to that.
I don't want to say that I can't agree to that, because I mean it's the same. I mean, if you think about it, spoken word can go to music. You get what I'm saying? So what's the difference from writing rap lyrics? I
mean, it's structured. It's structured because, or either you're gonna be out here rapping like Blueface.
Hey, that might get you the bag. I don't know.
This nigga is like the new E40. This nigga like the new E40.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Black. You wanted to tap on that question?
Yes. Now, and I speak for myself when I say this, because I'm a poet first, then I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And I got an album out called Poetry and Hip Hop. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? I embrace who I am. I was a poet first, and I learned how to rap. You know, it was a challenge. Now, for my bad, talking about food up. Now, for me, writing poetry. What was the question again? Because it went away off top of the screen.
Okay, so, hold on. Let me have to go back. A few comments here. He said writing rap lyrics is much harder than writing poetry.
Yes. Again, like I said earlier, it's because of the structure. There's so many elements that you got to bring to writing lyrics, then you have to do with poetry. Poetry is pretty much free flowing. Writing lyrics, man, you constrain. You're constrained, man. There's not a lot of movement. Either you got it or you don't, or you got to practice real hard at it, or you just create your own style and you'll end up sounding like you said E40.
Blueface.
That's that famous West Coast style though. Like the Blueface, he's from anyway. I don't even know about this guy.
I don't know.
He if I'm not mistaken, he from Long Beach. I'm not sure. I know it's from somewhere over there, but
West Coast.
Yeah. He most definitely West Coast.
Yeah. I got another comment for you guys.
Okay.
Wiseman Shade said commercial rap is subject to whatever a label is trying to push for money. Local movements aren't restricted, so real rap still exists. You just gotta find it. What do y'all think?
That's facts. It's like finding a new. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of dope artists out there. Yeah. And I'm not denying the fact that us here in this interview, those of us who do rap, you know what I'm saying, we got dope music, but you know, like for personal experience, if I go out to a showcase or open mic or whatever, and you know, I could be the dope, and this has happened to me numerous times. I could be the dopest dude in there, most lyrical, whatever. I can show my ass off, but they'll give it to somebody else who's on that trap bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, why the fuck I do this? And then I swear to God, somebody told me, he said, man, this ain't for you. This platform isn't meant for you. So I'm like, what's supposed to mean?
No, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because that hubbity-bubbity converts over to the stage a little bit better than us more structured lyricists. You gotta have a melody and a bounce. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in that situation too. Motherfucker can't rap worth of shit, but he got that bounce. You know what I'm saying? And it goes over well to the stage. So when it comes to them open mics and shit, like do your most crowd worthy song. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't care about lyrics.
I want to go back to this comment right here that we get. Mr. Reyes had said Kendrick Lamar would be an example of today content-filled rapper. What do y'all think about that?
He's one of them.
Okay. Mookie Montana says Blueface is taken away from rap. When I first started, the whole key that made you a rapper was staying on beat.
I agree.
I mean, what was he taking away from rap?
I'm gonna tell you why it's disrespectful. Because one thing black folks is known for is being on beat and having rhythm. That shit is disrespectful to our culture. The next thing you know, we're gonna have some white boys saying humming and pimping and humming and singing country rap over our shit, and we just gonna have to take it.
Well,
that's right or wrong.
That's already been
done.
They probably doing it.
To our culture. Black people, we got rhythm.
One thing they probably doing it, we just ain't seen it yet. Two, I think he gonna phase out. Like, if you go back,
hey,
it is. Hey. I know it is.
I got my white homeboy in here right now. He said it's already some country rap jumping.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah,
it's already out there. It's already out there. You just don't see it because you don't look for it. But
look where he came from.
It's over, man.
But Bubba Sparks is better though.
Let me tap on some of these comments real quick because they're coming in so fast. So Wiseman Shay said you can have the best best bars ever. If it isn't something easy as fuck to remember for people to bob to, it's gone as soon as it was heard.
Well, I mean, you can. It's somewhat true, but you know, as an artist, if you make something like that, you know, you got to know your target audience for one.
Mm-hmm.
So they will allow it to prolong, and two, you got to promote it to the right people. Everybody's not gonna like what you put out. You know, if you got some deep substance and everything, and then, you know, if it's something that people can relate to, they're going to feel it. And if you have a great hook, it's going to catch too. So most cases it will, but most cases that people will put something out like that for like a week or two, and man, not too many people checked it out. So they'll move on from it. You don't push it hard enough.
All right. G. Clemens, shout out to him out in Oklahoma. He said they business be on point. A lot of these mumble rappers got their business lined out. A lot of lyricists don't get that business lined out. What do y'all have? Well, Black, I'll let you answer that.
For me personally, when you talk about mumble rap, I'm gonna throw that in there with trap. Now, they have an advantage over me. For one, if you're a trapper, and that's what you are, that's what you do, but now you want to rap about it, you have the funding behind you to push your shit further than I can, because I'm a regular dude working a 9 to 5, you know, working a second job or doing a little hustle on the side to try to get legitimate money to do what I am doing. Now, that's another reason why I believe these rappers are where they at now. Because if you go back and look at, you know, like some of the some of the big rappers that's out now, they're funded by that drug money, the dope money and all this shit. So they're able to get out there quicker. Why? Because they get out there, they're gonna represent their clique. They're gonna bring more attention to their area or their gang or what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how true this is, but I sat back and I thought about it. Like, look at the 3-letter groups that's out now. You know, you got the YFNs, the YRNs, and this, that, and the third. Like, that's your gang. Mm-hmm. Y'all sit together. Music is easy. It's easy. You get a few $1,000s, you put it on there, you go out there in the streets, promote it, just blast it until people get used to hearing it, and then you got them. That's what Gucci Mane did. Gucci Mane just kept putting music out until people caught on to it. Gucci Mane sucks. I don't like Gucci.
He just outworked everybody from his generation.
Yeah.
Gucci Mane outworked them, even from jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't not work ethic. And one thing I can say about these artists nowadays, they're willing to put in a lot of the footwork instead of sitting back and waiting on the labels. You know what I'm saying? Like, the label may cut that big check, but these dudes putting in that work.
Yeah. I mean, work is work. You know, that's whether you're working wrong or working to do wrong or working to do good. Work is work. You can't take away from the work behind it, but it's.
I mean, more on the marketing side of things.
Yeah.
Well, hold that thought, you guys. Pam Mullen, he said, long story short, it don't matter who you are or what you are. Real music comes from real life experiences. Everything else is garbage. Let's see, another comment here. Sheba Fisher says, supposedly, just because they say they are trappers don't mean they be in the trap. Hence the lack of investments in their music. Very good point, Sheba. Excellent point. What do y'all have to say about what Mr. Mullen had said?
Which statement are you referring to?
When he said that, you know, basically that music comes from life experiences.
Yeah, but not always, because a lot of the times music could be about a situation instead of like an actual life experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, some music is just for fun. All music ain't got to be serious about, oh, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. Music is situational. Like, music is such a broad base of things, you can't really box it in, especially hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Look at how many genres of hip hop have spurned out from what started in the 80s, you know? Mm-hmm. You know, so like that's kind of an in the box way of thinking about it. Maybe the music that he like is all about life experiences, but I know some people just make music about having fun, and they miserable. So it ain't about life experience. It's just about what you can put on the beat. Some people do what the beat asks them to do.
Yeah,
that's true. I will say that. That is true. Mookie Montana, he says, I'm from the South. The world here, the industry Gucci, we got to hear them street bars. What do y'all think? What he has to say about that? Yeah, he's referring to Gucci.
If that's the market he's trying to hit, you know what I'm saying?
Gucci ain't got bars, man. If you want to talk about street bars, you got to give kudos to T.I. and goddamn what's the name? T.I. and damn Jeezy. That's it. Street bars right there from the South. You know what I'm saying?
Rick Ross?
Yeah. Ross too. Like,
and Ross.
Yeah, Ross is dope.
That's bars.
People sleep on Ross, but Ross is probably the dopest lyrical dope boy, and like as far as the dope boys that, you know what I'm saying?
Him, Sci-Hi, all them.
2 Chainz too. They sleep on 2 Chainz.
He's very witty.
They sleep on 2 Chainz.
Here we got a few more comments. Christopher Mills, he says, music is feeling through expression, and being expressive takes talent. Mm-hmm. What do y'all have to say about that?
Don't always take talent. Sometimes it just take work ethic and grind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, buddy said earlier about Gucci. Gucci can't rap, but Gucci got grind. Gucci is not talented.
That slogan, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
Right.
Right. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You go, baby.
Oh, Shiva Fisher had said Slick Rick was a storyteller, and not all the stories were his, which is very correct. I remember Black Me. We actually had a conversation about him a little bit before the show because I brought him up to you. To me, he's a poet. He is.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to take you on a journey with his whole story within that 3 to 5 minute mark. A vivid story. So
You know what rapper that I would say like kind of fit the poet mold that became a rapper?
Who?
Common.
Him too.
Common.
Him. And
Andre 3000.
Yep. Black mentioned him as well. I would
Black
say
Thought.
Paulie.
Black Thought.
Yep, Black Thought. Rakim.
All of them are poets. Rakim. I was just about to say Rakim.
Yep.
They're all poets, man. It's like, and that brings me back to what I was saying, about who I am, and I recognize you can't have hip hop without poetry. You know what I'm saying? The greatest MCs were poets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even before hip hop became what it is, like Big. You know what I'm saying? He was a poet. You know what I'm saying? What was he doing? He was around the birth of hip hop, but what was he doing before hip hop consumed him? You know what I'm saying? And then he started to mold himself into a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So what about Tupac? We left Tupac out of there too.
Yeah.
We just got to mention
Right. I mean, like the list goes on and on as far as poets go because they really go hand in hand. It's just that one is on a structured beat and one is free flowing.
Right.
One was meant to be done out in the park and the other one was meant to be done on stage with a microphone.
Now, when you talk about that poetry being done to the beat, you got to think about. Let's take it to the Dungeon family. Let's take it to Goody Mob, Big Roo, Cujo, CeeLo, all them cats. They necessarily didn't ride to the beat, but they had their own sound, they had their own structure, and they had their own pocket within that music.
I mean, but to chime in on that, they had an actual poet in their camp, you know what I'm saying? So you could tell that like the guy that did all their intros and they outros with the deep raspy voice, I can't remember his name.
That's Big.
He was an actual poet that I've seen on stage. Big Roo?
Big Roo, yeah, I think so.
Okay. I mean, like he was an actual like poet. He like they would cut the beat off for him to just talk.
That's the thing. See, Big Roo, he stayed a poet. Everybody else did poetry, rapper. You go look at CeeLo Green, he did both. You go back and listen to Soul Food. That's what CeeLo was doing on that album. He did the
classic album. Classic album right there. Classic.
I want to ask you about this. Lucky, he said Big Pun, Biggie, KRS-One. What do y'all think about the ones he just mentioned there?
Oh, it's easy for sure. I mean, yeah, definitely.
Most definitely. You good?
So, now based on a little research that I did, they actually said there was a breakdown between both. They said that basically rap focuses more on the rhythm, rhyme, and musicality, where poetry is just based on word flow and rhyme alone. What do y'all think about that?
Read that one more time. Pop it up on the screen.
Sure. The research that I have personally did, the breakdown of the two, were basically saying that rap focuses on the rhythm, rhyme, and musicality, where poetry is just based on word flow and rhyme alone. What do y'all think?
Yes,
I can attest for that.
Yes, and no.
I can attest for that. I mean, but I've seen rappers take their verse and get on stage and kill it. So I really feel like that's all pertaining to the person. Because some people versatile enough to do both.
True.
I kind of agree and disagree at the same time, if that's possible.
No, it's possible because Black said the same thing. What was you saying, Black?
I was saying it's a yes and a no. I mean, just because again, I can only refer to me and my experiences, my influences of poet rappers. You know, again, Dungeon Family, Outkast, all them. Now you can be a rapper and rap on a beat and be on that same beat and do a poem. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's all about finding that fluidity, finding that pocket, and staying within that flow. You create whatever flow you want on the beat. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can put a side high on the beat with Rick Ross. They gonna bring their own flavor. It's just about you finding yourself within that beat and let that beat talk to you in whatever form you want to come at that beat, whether it's a poet or a rapper.
Right.
So let me ask you guys this. Because we're looking at it's what, almost 40 years now in the rap or something of that nature.
40 plus.
Looking at from when it started up into now, who would you say are the poetry rappers? Let's take out the Biggies, the Nas's, Commons, all of that. And in this day and age, who would you guys name?
You mean the more recent folks?
Like over the past 5 to 10 years, something like that, those cats?
Correct.
I would throw Wale. Wale's probably a poetry rapper.
Wale. Common, of course. Instead of him.
He would be considered the most kind of older, though, in the older generation.
Hey, that kid I told y'all about earlier, Boogie.
Boogie Nice.
Boogie, his name just straight up Boogie. Like, he's from the West Coast. He signed to Eminem. That's like, yo, him. I would say J.I.D. Well, J. Cole.
Yeah, I would say Big Crit too. Big Crit got the poetry. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. They sleep on Crit.
What about, thank you, Sheba. I was just about to say him. My Song. What about him?
Yeah, My Song is he's raw. He's raw for sure. Yeah.
I would kind of consider My Song a rapper, yo.
Why? What do you consider him as?
He's a lyricist.
A rapper, like he's more of a rapper than a poet. You know what I'm saying? It's just that he speaks on political issues, but his bar structure don't scream poetry to me at all. I mean that's just me. I could be wrong.
Okay.
He can make it rhyme, but
you said what, Black? Say that again.
I say he's a lyricist. I don't consider him a poet.
Okay. Yeah, like I think people getting lyricist and poet kind of mixed up. Like you can be lyrical as fuck and not be able to get on stage and do poetry. Poetry is hard.
Yeah.
You know, people. I mean, if poetry was as easy as rap, then everybody could do it.
There's a lot of people are naming some. Let's get to some of these. All right, let me go down the names and y'all just say yes or no. Kendrick Lamar.
Yep.
Lyricist.
Jonah Lucas.
Lyricist.
Drake.
Lyricist.
Rapper.
Rapper.
I'm sorry.
Rapper.
Yeah.
Rapper.
So we got poet, rapper, lyricist.
Is that what we're doing?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about Drake. Drake make music for niggas to steal other bitches. I mean, like that's just I've always felt like that with Drake. Like, but that's me. What about Mos Def?
Poet.
Okay. What about DMX?
Yes.
I would say yes too.
Yeah. I sold my soul to the devil, and it's twice as deep. That was my nigga.
Yeah. Matter of fact, shout out to Earl Simmons because he about to really go on tour in March.
I wish that nigga never got on cocaine.
Well, he's actually doing good. He's doing good. He about to go on tour in March.
Yeah. His first stop is here in O City, and I'm gonna check him out for sure. O City, first stop.
Crack is a hell of a drug.
It is. It definitely is. So who else is there? Let's name some of the new school cats.
J.I.D.
Who?
J.I.D. from
Greenville.
J. Cole. J.I.D. He signed to Dreamville. He signed to J. Cole.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't view him as a poet. He's more of a lyricist to me.
Yeah,
I feel you. I mean, like, I say that because the first time I heard him, he was doing like some poetry shit. I think it was on like Lyrical Lemonade or some shit like that. Maybe that's why I look at him like that. I could be wrong.
Let's flip it. Let's take the guys out of it for a minute. What about some of these females? Let's go all the way back.
Rhapsody.
Yeah, Rhapsody though. Yeah,
that's that girl, yo. That's that girl, yo.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna 1 second here because Sheba asked a good question. She said, "What's the difference between lyricists and rappers?"
The name is in itself. You got lyrics. With that, man,
yeah,
it's within itself.
Yeah.
You got lyricists.
Yeah.
Construct.
Cause see, rappers can be put together by labels. You know what I mean? Like a label can put a rapper out. You have to find the lyricist because a lyricist has put time into their craft, or either they just naturally gifted with words. So you can't, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah, it's just kind of how they bend their words, how they, the wordplay, the, what I'm saying, the metaphors, the delivery. Well, it's not even, I wouldn't say delivery so much, but sometimes even the content. You know what I mean?
Content matters.
Sheba Fisher wants to know, have y'all ever heard of Isri? I think I'm pronouncing that right. Nas's new artist. Have y'all heard of that artist?
Mm-hmm.
No, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because Nas like to hold on to his artists, like keep him a secret.
Well, he got Dave East moving,
but he had already signed. But he had signed Dave East damn near a year before he did anything with him.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know. I know Dave East been around for a little while, a couple years.
Think about the things behind the scenes, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to jump somebody out there too soon, and then they become in high demand, and you really can't make any moves with them. You know what I'm saying? Because where they make their money at is doing shows. So if I put somebody out there prematurely, and they ain't got no music out there, they ain't got no album out there, nothing like that, what am I giving the people? So let me duck them off in the corner. Let's build some music up. Let's build some tracks. Let's go ahead and build up a tour. But
we done also seen that shit come back to bite you in the ass. Look at how many artists Dr. Dre got signed, and he ain't never dropping that shit.
Right.
Well, that's Dr. Dre though. He don't drop nothing no more. Hell. That's just Dr. Dre. So anybody else?
He rich. He ain't got to.
Well, y'all heard he's about to actually put out Busta Rhymes album.
I'm not believing that till I hear it. I ain't believing that.
It's gonna be outdated. Man. It's gonna be outdated.
Look.
It's gonna be outdated as fuck.
Look. Here's the deal. Until it come out, and I love Busta Rhymes. That's one of my favorite of all time. But until it come out, I don't believe none of it.
Right.
But anything with Dr. Dre attached to it is detox. It's detox, yo.
So when we were talking about the girls on the flip side,
okay.
There was a few named here. Gangsta Boo. What do y'all think?
Rapper.
Jean Grey.
Rapper.
Jean Grey? Jean Grey, lyricist, man. Poet, for real.
Lyricist.
Okay. Let's take it all the way back. What about Roxanne Shante or Queen
Rapper?
No. In those times, they were lyricists, man.
You have to look at the time frame of where they came from. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Queen Latifah was more poetry.
Yeah, for real.
Like Queen was that girl, man.
Queen Latifah was I just seen somebody on IG, Yo-Yo. Old school.
Yeah.
Yo-Yo was an artist.
Yeah.
She was put together by a label.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't produce none of her music. She didn't write none of her lyrics, none of her hook. She was put together. She was a pretty dark-skinned girl with green eyes, and they saw they could cap.
What about Missy and Lady of Rage? What about those two ladies?
Lady of Rage was a rapper.
Yeah, definitely.
Missy, I would say she's a all-around musician because she writes, she does the beats. Yeah,
she's an entertainer.
Yeah. Triple threat.
But we're speaking on lyricists and rappers. The other aspects of like the music and stuff. I mean, that doesn't coincide with lyricism or rapping.
I'll go rapper then.
Yeah,
Well,
Missy rapper because she could rap her ass off too now.
Okay.
So I go rapper.
Black, you actually have a comment here. Christopher Mills said, you're actually setting a bar for this game. Period. Hands down, no one is like this.
Dope.
Definitely.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
I gotta check you out. Fam.
Now, I will say this. Let me just say to the viewers that are watching, the two artists that I have on here, I've listened to Black's album, and then y'all could check the Something for the Culture page on the reviews, and his link for his album is actually on there. Me personally, I thought it was a dope album from beginning to end. Dope.
Thank you.
L-Smooth, I've known him about 2 years now, and everything he put out to me always has a message, a lyrical. I would call you a lyricist, in my opinion.
Appreciate it.
So I would check his music out as well, you guys.
I don't appreciate it.
Let's get to some more of these comments. They're naming a few ladies. What about MC Light?
Rapper.
We got disagreements here.
Why
would you say
for the times, man.
No. I agree with him.
For the times, man. For the times, she was doing what she's supposed to do, yo. She was setting the bar.
I agree with him. I agree.
And she was storytelling too. You know, she's doing some storytelling probably.
Georgie Porgy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody just said that too, Georgie Porgy.
Yeah. She was nice.
Okay. Lucky, shout out to him in Canada, actually gave Mr. Smooth a comment. He said, "You're dope, one of his new favorite artists."
Oh, that's my man. Appreciate that. Luck out there in Canada, man. We're gonna definitely chop that up. Much love. Peace, bro. Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, what about, okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Let's do it.
Current. What about Nicki and Cardi B?
Wait, what about him?
What category would I put them in?
I would
artists. Label put together artists.
We're going rapper or poet, right? That's what we're doing.
Rapper.
I would say Nicki's lyricist. Old girl, other girl, what's her name?
I mean, Cardi might be. I say Cardi rapper. Nicki might be lyricist though.
She's from New York. She's a lyricist.
No,
just because you're from New York don't make you a lyricist now. Don't do that.
Come on, talk to me. I could be wrong.
Just think about this.
Just because you're from New York and you got an accent don't make you a lyricist.
No. I'm not saying from New York. I'm just saying and I don't listen to a lot of her music. I'm just saying just a couple things I heard. She was spitting on it. But I don't listen to, I don't know. I'm not real heavy on it. But like, what was that? What's that joint with the Kanye? What was it? Is it Monster or something?
Monster.
He was eating on that for what it was. I don't know. Go ahead. I mean, I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this.
Talk to me, Jay.
I was a Barb's fan. I was part of the Barb's back then. Okay, before she went mainstream, when she was still on Smack DVDs and all that.
Now, hold up. Before you go any further, now was she spitting on before? Was she going hard? Was she spitting on those?
Yep.
She was spitting on those, but she was also with Safari at the time.
Okay.
So with Safari for years.
Okay. So he was writing that?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't know all this stuff. I hear stuff, but I don't really know. Okay.
So when she left,
personally,
I could definitely tell the difference.
Okay. I see.
I'm gonna say both of them are good at what they do. The reason why Cardi's getting a little bit more play than Nicki right now, she's more relatable.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nicki did a lot of over the top shit, that and all that extra shit.
Yeah.
But motherfuckers ain't really feeling that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like she kind of lost bases with her foundation core of fans. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that really fuck with her. She started trying too much.
Okay. Let me take you back off that because you make a mention about her, about what she do with her, you know, her sound or whatever. Now let's take it back to Busta Rhymes. She did the same thing.
What'd he do?
But listen, that's a part of Busta's natural characteristics. He's Jamaican. You understand what I'm saying? That's a part of his If you talk to him, he gonna do all that shit while he talking to you. Nikki ain't doing that shit while she talking to you. She gonna go, hi,
hold
honey.
Hold that thought. I wanna this comment right here. Andre Stubbs said if you appeared on Smack DVD, you have to have some bars in general, even if your music was featured. I'm from New York, and that's BS. That is BS.
Damn. Right.
BS. Listen,
there was some bullshit they got on them Smack DVDs. You could have paid to get on Smack. You could have paid to get on Smack.
That shouldn't have been on Smack. So that's really not saying anything.
Right. I remember Smack was charging $800 to get on the DVD because I had a partner up there trying to get on. Yeah. And he's from down here. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that because Smack will let anybody that had that $800 get your minute and 30 seconds.
Listen, let me tell you something. Smack back then, there was so many DVDs out back then. We had Smack DVD, we had bum fights, we had a whole bunch of shit back then in New York. As long as you had some money or a little bit of clout, they'll let your ass on there. So that's not really saying anything. So let's just say that.
Okay.
So I mean, if I would have got Lamar to write me a couple of bars, I probably would have been on Smack DVD.
Man.
Get you some bars and about $800.
In there.
You
I mean, matter of fact, I'm gonna bring up a good case. Look at Punch, aka Shay Davis. A lot of people thought he was trash.
Why you call him Punch? Why you call him Punch though?
Because that's his name. That's his name, Punch. I mean, that's what they call him. His name Shay, but a lot of people thought he was dumpster juice, and he was on Smack DVD. So I mean,
hey, what is Shay Davis famous for? Like besides being on Smack?
Damn.
And slinging pipe all through New York. Hey, you brought him up.
I don't know nothing about that, and I don't know. I know what he's famous for now. He was just on divorce court, so I mean.
Wow.
Did he win? Did he win? Did he win on divorce court?
I don't even think I watched the whole entire episode. It was just like too much for me.
Yeah, man. Shout out Shay Davis though.
Yeah, shout out
AKA Punch. AKA Punch, AKA Dumpster Juice.
I'm weak. Andre Stubbs, he said Smack came around with the camera and put him on the spot. Yeah. Pretty much. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, let's look at what about 6ix9ine?
Oh, come on now.
What? Y'all
listen,
no poet?
Listen. It's only one word for 6ix9ine right now, and that's rat.
Yeah.
Rat. Not rapper, not lyricist, not entertainer, not performer, not blood member, not Crip member. Rat.
All right, off record, off the subject for a second, just on this, what you just said. It's okay, because some people might disagree with you. Do you think he's a rat, even though the people that he was supposed to be loyal to was not loyal to him by fucking his baby mama, spending his money on that?
Listen, a rat is a rat because you knew the rules of this shit before you got into this shit. Now, if you get locked up on some child support shit and you tell on somebody, that's a rat. Now, like with the cam shit, if you got a serial killer in your building and you tell on them, that's not a rat. That's you handling your business. But everything about 6ix9ine, from the rainbow hair to the rainbow shoes, rat. Big teeth. 50 Cent son. Rat.
Lord,
you know I'm about this street shit. So when it comes to niggas like that, rat. Big R, big A, big T.
I cannot. I just cannot. What y'all think? What about Eminem? Would he be a poet, lyricist, rapper? What y'all think about him?
Poet.
Elite level lyricist.
He's a lyricist. He's not a poet.
Elite level lyricist. Because he showed people how to rhyme with syllables instead of just rhyming words. Elite level. It may not be relevant today.
What about Mac Miller?
He's a rapper.
I don't know. I'll probably
That's
put
tough
Mac Miller.
Because a lot of his shit.
I would say probably poet.
You really see. Here's my thing. You really can't judge somebody on what they do because what's making them money. That's what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I could be the most lyrical in the world, but if they want to hear me rap about Laffy Taffy and all that shit, that's what I'm gonna damn do. Let's put money in my pocket. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't judge me.
Snapping and all.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
All that shit. Cut the check. Let's do it right now.
Right.
I agree.
Let's catch them in their early career, and that tells you who they are, because you're gonna change in your career unless you're somebody like Cole. Like, you're not gonna bend to a label's fucking expectations, because a label really dictates who you are and what you are as an entertainer, artist, or whatever. Cardi B is an entertainer. The Migos, they're entertainers. You know, they started off rapping, but they're entertainers, and that's all rap is. Well, let me not say rap. That's what our music is today.
Them niggas ain't even entertaining. Them niggas is getting off on swag points. Have you ever watched the Migos show? Ain't nothing entertaining about them niggas.
No. I don't mean like entertainment, like for like on the stage. I mean like as far as to the eye and to the ear. For the dollar. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I can't stand them niggas.
They making money.
Hey, that's what it is. Somebody got to do it. That's the lane they chose. You know what I mean?
Got a marketing team behind them that dress them, give them everything that they need to make themselves marketable. And that's what
they are. They are marketable. They are the face of new age trap music. But
yeah, you got niggas running around in a bunch of silk blouses. I mean, what do you want? Like, it is what it is. Like,
game blouses.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't call them lyricists. I would even call them rappers. I would call them entertainers, because that's what they do. They put on a fucking show.
Yeah. That's what it's called at the end of the day.
I just had him on the tip of my tongue.
Okay. So what would y'all consider LL Cool J? Because he started this crossover shit. What would y'all consider LL Cool J? He was the first real rap superstar.
He's a lyricist.
I would say lyricist. I wouldn't say he's a poet.
Entertainer.
Lyricist.
Really? An entertainer? Why you say that?
Because he was pleased. Because listen, he was more pleasing to the eyes of the ladies than he was to the ears. He was a million better rappers than him back then.
He was the first rapper to do a live performance with a band on TV. Period. Hands down.
With no shirt on.
He can see. He sells himself. That's the
right.
You have entertainment.
Remember Big Chain?
He knows his market.
Remember?
He knows his market. He knows how to make himself marketable. Or he knew he had a team that made him marketable. His marketing was sexy.
Right.
Shirt off. You got the pants leg up. You got the Tim boots. You got the whole swag. And
the lip thing. He made that like a whole.
That's just his swag.
He's still licking his lips right now.
Yeah,
that's who he is. You know, we all got our own personal swag. It shouldn't interfere with our lyricism or abilities to rap. That's just who we are. If you're gonna be true to yourself, you know what I'm saying?
What about Cannabis?
I haven't heard that name since LL killed him.
I'm weak.
Hey, I heard about him since then. Them damn URL boys made him pull out a notebook on stage.
That was
crazy. I got 70 raps in this shit, son. Them niggas ate his ass up.
That was crazy.
I would consider him a great writer, because when it came time to get on stage, all that lyricism shit went out the door. That boy made him pull out a notebook. A nigga make you go in the back and pull out your notebook, your name should be etched away. Just clear this nigga name off.
Let me get some of these comments because they going in on the comments. All right, first LL mastered damn near every lane in the game, and that was coming from G. Clemens. Mr. Ray said that the first crossover will be Curtis Blow, excuse me, and Big Daddy Kane. So he's saying it wasn't LL, it was Curtis Blow.
Curtis Blow ain't getting no commercials. Curtis Blow ain't getting no commercials. I'm talking about mainstream white hip hop.
Yo. I don't know. He might have. I don't know. He might have got a commercial. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, Sugar Hill Gang. They were the first crossovers.
Yeah. What about you know who? That's what I was about to say. D'Angelo. Not many people know this, but he was sort of a poet in his own forthright.
He was on heroin.
You know what? So
I know. Listen. The reason why I say that is because heroin and poetry go hand in hand. A lot of our best poets that are nationally known and all that folks did heroin, bro.
So you saying back then Langston Hughes was on heroin? Is that what you're trying to say? What?
I don't know about that one.
Okay. What? All right. You know I know what I be talking about. Look it up. Them folks was poking, yo. The folks was poking, yo. All right.
So if y'all put Andre 3000 as a poet, what about his partner?
Big Boy?
Yeah, what about Big Boy?
And Big Boy is he's a poet and a lyricist too. Like I said, the whole Dungeon family crew, the first generation Dungeon family, they're all poets and rappers. Period. All of them.
Yep. Big Boy was just more street, you know what I'm saying, than 3K. You know what I'm saying? So his flow was a little not flow, but his style was a little bit more basic and street related than 3K.
Right. Let's take it out of rap for a minute. What about some of these singers and stuff like that? What about Michael Jackson?
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, what about it?
Elite level performer, because you can't put him as like that's elite level shit there. Mike could have did anything.
You put him as a poet?
And his lyrics were written. Very Gordy wrote his stuff.
Why wouldn't you put him as a poet?
Because he wasn't writing it. He was just performing.
Very Gordy wrote his stuff. He had a team of writers.
He's a great entertainer.
Very Gordy, Terry Williams, Daniel Dockett, Jasmine Simone, all of them was writing for Mike.
Now, did we talk about Prince? That's something different.
No. Bad motherfucker, because he wrote everything, played damn near every instrument. Bad motherfucker.
Yeah, we talking about Prince. That's a poet, nigga.
Well, wait a minute, Mike did write a lot of his stuff though. I'm not
very little of it.
Take that from him.
Very little of it. And listen, he always had final say on what the final product would be. So let me not say that he didn't write, but the song structure, melody, and everything would come from a writer, and they would write it with him in mind, you know.
And
what about somebody just asked? What about Music Soul Child? That's a good one.
It's a line that
he's an excellent writer. You know what I'm saying? Like Music wrote more hits for other people than he did for himself.
Same thing with Babyface.
Yeah.
Babyface, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Miguel Ramos said Michael Jackson was a great songwriter, but Quincy Jones and Barry Gordy wrote for him too. Very true. Very, very true.
A lot of people in the industry get people to write for them. I mean, you got to think about it. You've been writing 10, 15, 20 years. I mean, and then you have all this shit going on around you. When do you really have time to sit down and write your own stuff?
And you get writer's block like a motherfucker.
Look at the little girl that Naja that they just interviewed on ABC not too long ago. What is it, a couple of days ago? She's been writing hits for Cardi B, Beyonce, and she's 21.
Yeah.
She's 21.
That's her.
But she don't have a tour schedule to deal with.
Right. She was writing that stuff in her college dorm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You wake up, you go in the studio. That's her job. So she don't really got to do nothing but sit back, write the songs, and collect the checks. so she got time to write, and probably got time to work on her own shit at the same time. You know,
Mike didn't write all of his stuff. He wrote some, but he didn't write all of it. He didn't write all of it. Okay, here goes another. Somebody asked, "What about Tank?"
What about him?
Wait, can I say this?
He lucky to still be here. He lucky to still be here.
What
Go ahead, Black. What was you saying?
What do these R&B singers have to do with poetry and lyrics?
I mean,
that's just the flow of the conversation. That's where it went to.
I mean, because we can't say Tank is a poet or a lyricist. I mean, he sings. I mean, what he writes, it rhymes. But what determines somebody being a poet is their style, their delivery. You know, it's kind of hard to determine that with an R&B singer, whether they're a poet or a lyricist.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. I agree. So would you, okay. What about, we've mentioned Buster, but nobody said anything about Buster.
I was about to, when I was making the reference to Nicki Minaj. He's a fucking lyricist. He's a poet too, but he's more of a lyricist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy. Lyricist.
Yeah. But an excellent performer too. His live shows is amazing.
So do y'all think that what's the young boy Melly? Do you think that he might be in that realm or on that way to a poet? Because if you haven't listened to Murder on My Mind, I mean, he's purely just talking from emotion and experience, which poetry is a lot of.
Well, all that depends on the person's.
He's just a singer because he can't rap. He can't rap now. You know what I'm saying? Like let's be real too. Like he's in the genre of rap now because the lines are blurred because all rappers sing. But
yeah,
melodies. He's probably one of the best young melody makers out there, but that's what it's about right now. Like, you know, they putting the guys that got the melodies, the A's boogie with a hoodie, and you know the little melody guys. They getting thrown into the rap lane when that's really not what they do. You know?
Somebody Lucky asked, "What about Wyclef?"
Wow, he's a songwriter.
Oh,
he's neither a lyricist. Oh, he's a songwriter.
He multifaceted.
Say that again, Black.
I said he's neither a lyricist nor a rapper or a poet. He's a songwriter.
You got to be one or the other though, because he did his own solo joint with all those other people on there. So
but I've seen him do poetry too. Yeah. I've seen him do poetry too.
Yeah, you've seen him do poetry, but what is he overall?
Right.
Artist. I give him artist because he's well rounded. He's an artist.
Right.
G. Clemens, I'm glad. Exactly. G. Clemens mentioned the same thing I just mentioned, like, 15-20 minutes ago about D'Angelo? Same thing. I don't know about Neo. Like, somebody just said Neo needs credit as well.
He's a dope songwriter.
He's a writer to me, Neo.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he no damn poet or definitely not no damn lyricist. What about Beanie Siegel?
Bars. Fucking bars. Fucking rapper. Real lyricist rapper. He's he's elite level. You know, pre the little long situation, back when he could really elevate and get that grit to his voice, he was elite.
Audrey Stubbs says, was his pen better than L Boogie's?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Sieg was top 10. It's like Sieg could get on tracks with legends and do way more than hold his weight. Like that fucking song with Puffy, like him, Puffy, and Nas. Take a journey to the life of them real niggas. That shit there, like Beans was elite, yo.
Yeah. What about oh my God, I just had him on the tip. Every time I have somebody on the tip of my tongue, it just gets lost. We already said Mos Def already. So I guess we'll bring it up again. What category did y'all put Most Def in?
Poet.
You said, who said poet and lyricist? Who said that?
Most Def.
Okay. And Black, you said lyricist?
Poet, lyricist, both.
Poet, lyricist. I would agree. Oh, that's who I was. Big L.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't grow up.
Lyricist.
Oh, you said you never heard of Big L?
No, I heard him. I didn't grow up listening to him.
Okay, you didn't grow up. So I asked
Lyricist easy, man. Lyricist easy.
I would say lyricist as well.
That's easy.
There's so many to count. Jadakiss. Let's get the Jada.
Fucking lyricist, period.
Lyricist.
I mean, your rappers is gonna be your Soulja Boy, your Chingy.
Soulja Boy is not a rapper.
What is he?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
No, that's he's just there. I don't know what he does.
No, listen. The question should have been MC or rapper.
Right.
There it is.
So you're okay. Well, we're gonna
like poet or MC.
We're gonna put Soulja Boy on his own planet. That's for jazz. We're gonna put Soulja Boy on his own planet.
Just put him back in Black China Closet. Let's just leave him in Black China Closet with the door.
But your Chingy and your
there's a whole lot of motherfuckers in that closet. Ain't no more room in that closet.
Yeah. Damn. Who else are the rappers? You know, because we know who the lyricists are. Who's the rappers? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people. Somebody just asked, what about Black Thought from Roots?
Oh yeah, we talked about lyricists.
Lyricists.
Not even close. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
Soulja
is the man. G. Clement said Soulja is the man, not young little Draco. He's the man.
Kick him out the beat.
Hey, he started this internet shit. He started the internet rapper. He was the first of the internet rappers.
Yeah, he did. I'll give him that.
Say what you want. Big Soulja, Gucci, Draco started this shit.
Hey, what would y'all say about 50?
Lyricist.
I don't give him props for lyricist. He's a rapper to me. Like 50 got on because he had drama and controversy going on. But he got ate up regularly by his artists on his own songs.
I'm gonna say rapper. I can't say that he's a lyricist.
Now hooks, he got those. Hooks, he got them. But bars, name one legendary 50 Cent bar.
He ain't got one.
I'm in the club.
I'll wait.
Yeah, okay.
I bet you know all the hooks though. I bet you know all the hooks.
Ja Rule.
Right. Let's get some of these comments. G. Clemens said, "What about T.I.?" I can't. I'm gonna let y'all say that.
Whoa. Okay.
Lyricist.
All day, hands down.
Lyricist.
Okay.
Can't get it
the Miguel Ramos says, please tell us the difference between rappers and lyricists. I think we already covered this, but somebody else can answer it again.
I can answer it if y'all don't mind.
Go ahead.
All right, so lyricists, I don't know what happened to my camera, but the lyricists, man, they focus more on the structure of the lyrics itself. You know, from building double entendres, fucking witty ass rhymes, a dope ass rhyme scheme. You know, have the bars connect and tell a fluid story. You know what I'm saying? Lyricists, they make you go back and double check or take a double take at what they're writing. Now, a rapper, they just giving you some shit that's just gonna get you through that car ride. Now, lyricists, they got some shit that's gonna make you go back and be like, yeah, I gotta listen to that again because I think I missed something.
Okay. Well, let me get to some of these comments real quick. Shout out to DJ Navi in the comments there, aka Antoine.
Yo, what up? Nasty Nav. What up, G? Okay, see 45.
They asked, what about Ludacris?
Lyricist.
What I consider him as?
Lyricist.
Okay.
Lyricist.
What about J.R. Ryder?
Huh?
J.R. Ryder.
Wordsmith. Like he was one of those Diddy Bop rappers. Yeah, this time though. Yeah, this time.
Well,
he still trying to rap like that too.
Well, he seems to think that J.R. Ryder is slept on. Would y'all agree with him?
Nah. Nah, he ain't really like step his game up. He's still trying to do the same shit.
Here go a name we haven't heard in a while. Red Cafe.
Lyricist.
I would say lyricist. He had some bars to me.
Yeah, he do.
He always had
some bars.
Yeah.
Let's take it old school. What about let's take
Fabulous.
it back to get out my head.
Close, man. We know what that is.
Lyricist.
Fabulous.
Lyricist, man. Not even close.
What
Big
about
boy bars.
let's go within the Dipset clan. Let's start with Jim Jones, and we'll work our way down.
Rap.
He got better, but he's still a rapper.
Okay. Jules Santana with the no teeth, which I think.
Gummy lyricist.
I actually thought he was better than to be honest with you, he was the best for me.
Don't say Cam.
I always loved him though, out of everybody.
Listen. See, when y'all think of Cam, y'all think of Pink Dipset Cam. I'm thinking Confessions of Fire Cam, fucking Sports, Drugs, and Entertainment Cam. That nigga was the total package when he first came out.
Yeah,
it wasn't nothing that nigga couldn't do. That nigga could freestyle, put a song together, attract the ladies, attract the thugs, do a club record, do a street record. It was nothing Cam couldn't do. But he got lazy with that Diddy Bop shit, because that's what made him his money, and that's what he known as. But
okay,
Cam
let me name a few. What about Hal Rel? What about him?
Lyricist.
He was a lyricist. He fell off, but he was a lyricist. I will give you that.
He got jumped and ran and left his mom. It's over. Yeah. You left your mom.
Corrupt?
Lyricist, man.
Gangster.
Corrupt?
Corrupt.
Lyricist.
Gangster. Right.
Cool G Rap.
You know, the West Coast, they got
close.
Lyricist.
OG lyricist.
What would y'all put Pun in?
Lyricist.
Elite level lyricist. Elite level. You know, like he up there with the Eminems and the like anybody you could put up there, the Jay-Z's, like bar wise, because he did it all.
Okay. What about Nipsey?
Who?
Nipsey.
Hustler. Stone cold hustler.
All right, here go one for the down south. Scarface.
Lyricist. Lyricist.
MC.
Elite level at that. Storyteller too.
Yeah.
You know what? I've actually never been a Scarface fan. I haven't been.
Because you from up top. Because you from up top, B. You from up top, guy. You from up top, B. You know what I'm saying, son? Like the only thing y'all would know up there about Scarface is my mom playing tricks on me. But down here in South Carolina, yo, that nigga put it down, yo.
I'm not saying he did. I just never really got into him. He was just
because you from up top, guy. Because you from up top.
It has nothing to do with me being from up top.
You from the Bronx, ain't you? You from up there, right?
Shut up. What about Scott LaRock?
You taking it back?
Rapper. Give me one legendary Scott LaRock bar.
Shit, hell, that's old time.
Yeah.
You know the hooks though.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, I just want to make a point right here. Ant Live, he's also from New York. He said, I'm from New York and he loves Scarface. So don't say because we're from New York.
Yeah, it ain't got nothing to be.
I didn't say him. I said you.
You a hater. You a hater.
Truth to God, son.
I am sick of you. So, all right. So, Styles P. I forgot all them boys. Styles P, Luch. What about them?
Lyricist.
Like, yo, Styles P is probably the most slept on rapper from New York. He's the most consistent out of all the locks. He never drops a whack project. I ain't heard a whack P verse ever. In a full 17-year career, I have not heard one whack Styles P verse. Now, you may have heard a song where Jadakiss beat him on, like, I rapped him or some shit like that, but that nigga is...
Yeah, he on.
They sleep on SP.
Okay, so let me ask this. This question is more to Black since he does the whole poetry and hip hop. Who is your favorite poet? Let's do it, one male and one female.
One male and one female. Earlier before we went live, I said my favorite poet. One of them, if it has to be the males, it has to be 3 Stacks. Now for females, I would say Lauryn Hill.
Okay,
that's big.
I would agree with him on that. Smooth, do you have a favorite poet?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
What about you, Doe?
Jill Scott. I done heard Shawty get on stage and get off and say some real shit.
Yeah.
I mean, and
do some
pre-meds, Kanye West used to get up and do some nice shit too, you know, before the meds.
Pre-meds.
Pre-med Kanye, you know.
Yep, him and his girlfriend back in the day.
Backpacker Kanye.
Yep, they sure did. I would probably have to say for myself, I would say I'm gonna name 2 females. I would have to agree with the Lauryn Hill comment. Maya, of course, I love me some Maya Angelou. Like, I love her to death. And I would say Langston Hughes. I love him.
Yeah.
There's a few people they named up here. Let me get back to them. They named Papoose.
Yeah, lyricist.
I would say definitely a lyricist. Saul Williams.
Oh, poet. Hands down. Saul Williams is dope. I forgot about Saul. That's
Sonny Patterson. Excuse me. Yeah, Patterson.
I don't know that person.
No. All right. We already voted on Common already. So that was a given. All right. So yeah, we pretty much covered everybody. I mean,
yeah.
You know. Oh wait, one person we didn't say. Mr. Ho.
Lyricist. MC.
That's the God right there, dog. That's the God. Like, that's the gold standard. From the rooter to the tutor. Name a rapper with a better career, lyrically, off the mic, on the mic, influence.
Draco, let me stop. I was just playing.
Big Draco. Say it right. Big Draco.
No, there's nothing big. Right, he's getting
Big
a Draco.
Draco.
He's getting a Draco from me. That's it.
Big Draco.
What about Mystical? We forgot Mystical.
Lyricist.
But yo, he was dope. Niggas waited on his verse. If he was on the song, they put him on last to make sure you listen to the whole song.
Well, if we gonna name Mystical, how y'all leave out Master P, Silk the Shocker, all of them?
Rappers.
C Murder.
Because they not lyricists.
Because them niggas was rappers. Them niggas was rappers.
Lyricists. That's how we left them out.
Master P was a businessman.
Them niggas was rappers.
About that? A smart businessman is that.
Yeah, that boy made that money. That boy made that money, cuz.
So y'all just ain't gonna throw Diddy in there either? Y'all gonna be disrespectful about Diddy?
Rapper.
Is he really? Would you say he was a? I don't even call him a rapper. I would say a businessman.
He's a business. He's just like Birdman. He's a businessman. He just so happened to rap. You know, Suge Knight was right there. Suge Knight could have rapped.
Hey.
Tory Lanez.
All I'm gonna say is Illuminati when it come to Puff.
Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Exactly. So I'm gonna be quiet.
Right.
Hey,
if you looking at this, it was him that said it. I ain't had nothing to say about it. What about Tory Lanez?
Lyricist.
Troll.
All right, boom. Let's get down to what about Redman?
Lyricist.
Method Man.
Lyricist.
Ghostface.
Lyricist.
Let's see.
Slick Rick son type storytelling. He was vivid with his shit.
Okay, let's put it like this.
Different.
Let me ask y'all this: out of the whole Wu-Tang Clan, who would y'all say is like the ultimate out of all of them?
Method Man.
Lyricist wise?
Yeah, lyricist wise.
Whew. I mean, that's tough, man.
Oh, dirty.
I don't know. He might be on the charisma end.
Yeah, but like seriously, Method Man was the dopest out of that clique.
Who?
I'm gonna say
GZA's got some lyrics too.
But Ghost and Ray was like right there with him though.
I don't know. That's a hard question.
Ghost and Ray was there with him.
All right, let me read some of these comments. Some people are saying ODB. Somebody said Guru, Raekwon, Meth and GZA.
I'm saying.
I mean, that's a hard question.
You got to flip a coin between. I mean, if anybody says basically Raekwon, Ghostface, GZA, and Meth, then out of those four, man, those are you can't get mad at any one of those four.
Ain't nobody bring up Capadonna. Y'all ain't want to put Capadonna up there.
Cap ain't got nothing popping, G. Nah.
Wow. Andre Stubb says Wu's top lyricist is between Ghost and Method.
I give him that. Can't argue with that.
And Lyle said being from Staten Island, Raekwon, the Chief, and ODB.
I see somebody say RZA.
Yeah, somebody did say RZA.
Hey, tripping.
Ray and RZA. Killer
Maybe
Priest.
Ray, not RZA. No.
They said Killer Priest.
Now y'all getting down to the lower level Killer Bees.
Lower level
Killer Army. Killer Army and all them. Hey, Killer Army was tough too. Them boys from Killer Army could rap their ass off too.
Lord have mercy. I am sick of you. Did you say the lower level Killer Bees?
It's a totem pole to everything, sweetheart.
I just can't. I can't.
That's just life. It's a totem pole to everything.
What about Mace and Betha?
Okay, we talking about Mace or we talking about Murder Mace?
Man, let's start with Mace.
Rapper.
You want that?
Rapper.
Okay, Murder Mace.
Lyricist. See, that right there goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, you can't determine who somebody is. They're gonna be who they are. Even if they are lyricists, they may want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Prime example. He was a lyricist, but he wanted to rap. He got with Diddy, put on a shiny suit. He did what made him money. Him being a lyricist wasn't making him money, so he kind of somewhat, I ain't gonna say he sold out, but he dumbed himself down, made that paper, did his thing, and that's what it is.
Right. Because, I mean, a lot of people wasn't expecting or either shocked when he killed damn Cam ass when they was beefing for a little bit.
Yeah.
See, the true Mace fans, Murder Mace fans know what he is and who he is.
Mm-hmm.
You say kill Cam. You say kill Cam.
He dragged Cam for filth. Just not, what was it, last year when they would be beefing? He didn't
win that.
Yeah, he dragged Cam for filth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mace got that.
What about Bun B?
Lyricist.
Okay, Andre Tom says Mace on Bad Boy is a rapper. Children of the Corn Mace is a lyricist.
Murder Mace. When he was a Murder Mace.
So let's take this time out. Black, I want you to tell everybody what poetry and hip hop is.
Okay, poetry and hip hop is a platform that I created you know, when I struggled to identify with myself, I was given the opportunity to, you know, have my first show. Like I told you, I haven't told anybody else. I started my career as a poet, and then I delved into the rapping, and I had a hard time trying to figure out who I was. Somebody asked me that tough question. You know, who are you? Are you a poet or are you a rapper? And I literally sat back and I thought about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm both. I'm hybrid. I'm poetry and hip hop. So what I did, I took that, and when I was provided the opportunity to have a platform to have my own show, instead of making it about me, you know, it's different levels, or different sides to poetry and hip hop. You got poetry and hip hop, my movement, and you got poetry and hip hop, which is me. Me, I'm poetry and hip hop because I'm a poet and I'm a rapper, and that's what I bring to my music and style and everything, which is on my album. You go check it out, Poetry and Hip Hop. Now, Poetry and Hip Hop, the movement, is everything that I am, but I bring other artists onto this platform, from comedians, dancers, instrumentalists, rappers, poets, all painters, even painters. That's Poetry and Hip Hop, my movement, bringing all art forms together onto one platform, you know, creating a solid movement. Now, poetry and hip hop, that's who I am. And everything that I bring to that platform is who I am. I'm an artist. I'm a graphic designer. That's art. I'm a comedian. I do funny shit. I dance a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I am, I want to show it. I want to bring it to the world while using this platform, bringing, you know, people that's close to me and who are about this movement, showing them to the world as well. I created my own tour as an independent artist back in July. When I was provided the opportunity, I put on my first show, Poetry and Hip Hop, in Gaffney, South Carolina. I packed the place out in this place called Bernie's. It used to be a club called Exclusive. I packed the place out. You know, I got great reviews from all the people that came through. And I did it again 2 weeks later. You know, same results. People enjoyed it. I did it again and brought it again to Spartanburg, and then I decided to just go ahead and turn the thing into a tour, an upstate tour, which is the upstate in South Carolina is, you know, Gaffney, Greenville, and Spartanburg, and some other cities in there too. And I just toured the upstate for like the last quarter of the year. I took a month or two off, and I reintroduced it back to the world. Now, me building that poetry and hip hop tour leads up to my album. Not only did I create that tour, but I created that tour to bring attention to my album called Poetry and Hip Hop. So if you keep saying Poetry and Hip Hop the tour, you keep saying my face and put my name to it. Every time I hit the city or go to another state and you identify my movement with who I am, and then I drop an album on you, that's just more publicity for me. So Poetry and Hip Hop is marketing, it's
branding,
entertainment, branding as well. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I think outside the box. What I see people do, I don't want to do. I want to do something that's not being done. Is as far as my style, my movement itself, and putting other people on. I'm big about that. I can't do nothing by myself. So if I get this artist over here and that artist over there, we come together and we can make a dope ass show. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna reap the benefits of it.
Cool. Mr. L-Smooth.
Yo.
What have you been working on since the last time you was at something for the culture?
Oh shoot! Well, it was a couple years since we did that. So, you know, I dropped the project last year. I Know What You Listening To last summer. I dropped that. Turned out well. Now I'm starting to give the visuals out for the whole project. So that's what we're popping off of. We got 2 visuals already going into 2019 off of the project. So I'm just giving you more of that. Still recording music, doing shows, little promo tours, this, that, and the third, networking with other artists, and just staying on the grind. You know how I get down, one fan at a time, baby.
I know that's right. So let me ask y'all a question. Well, let me start with you, Smooth. You know, last time you came here, you know, I asked you to drop a couple of bars when you was here. You know, this is no exception. So with that being said, can we hear a little something?
Are you trying to hear me drop some bars? We on the Straight in the Morning show type situation.
Yeah, come on now, you know.
A couple bars. Let's see here, man. Oh, I've just been remembering some new stuff too. But let's see here. Let's see. What I want to give you. The general rule is one an uphill battle, like the left tackle drop you, make my plans unravel. Some razzle dazzle, but in lots of my travels, pathetic poetics get discredited, a freak without the paddle. I know that some rappers still tattle. Invest some hours in my craft, getting sharp like a surgeon's scalpel. Not uncommon when they chicken like ramen, want beef like ramen, they quantity over quality like ramen. Time to cut it out. The arts and crafts make me laugh. When I work, I get construction, paper, architect, and rap. That's all I'm gonna give you right now. You know, keep it simple.
Okay. Well, all right. Black, you got a little something you might want to drop for us, or do we have to wait for the album?
No, I got some poetry and hip hop for you.
Something that's not on
the album. My poetic genius is like when you see two chicks kiss. You want to get in between them like I'm in between your cerebellum. Nasty nostalgia, Arctic flow, I'm below zero code. So sick and tired, I guess you should have fed up and a histamine and a vow. I am the cure for the poor, unsure of yourself, because it took a poet to show you how to rock it. Johnny, mnemonic, playing devil's advocate with alphabet soup with gin and tonic. I'm a grown-ass child. Come and stay and play for a while. Nah, I got ADD. I ain't got time to divide time between you and I. That's a lose-lose. Loose noose for the haters. So get your weight up. Nah, better get just lose some, cause the bigger you are, the harder you fall. I snap next with my wordplay. It's like whiplash. Kick back from a 12 gauge. Your style is so 12th grade. Listen, Junior, you're more soft than a freshman. Fresh meat for a track meet, so beat feet. Kick dust up. That's defeat.
Well, all right. Well, all right now. So listen, y'all, all y'all viewers, please check out Black's album. I'm gonna post his link. L-Smooth got a new track out. Y'all, I think you also got an interview coming up on You're Welcome Entertainment with co-host and Lucky in Canada, if I'm not mistaken as well.
Yeah, new video.
So y'all be on the lookout for that. Mr. Stacks, y'all watch his show, The Doe Show. You want to go ahead and give any shout outs or times to catch your show?
I just need everybody to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm on YouTube, The Doe Show. Subscribe there. You can see all my live interviews and pretty much everything I got going on with the show. We also do a live feed, but that's random. It's 2-3 times a week, and we try to stick to sports, hip hop, and current events. Sometimes politics, but you know that shit get funky. You know, people may not like my views on that shit, but other than that, y'all fuck with me, man. I thank you for having me too.
Well, you know, you like family here, so well, you know, both of y'all are. Black is a little new, but new family is always good family. So, anybody want to give any last minute shout outs before we wrap it up?
Just thanks for having me.
Yeah, likewise, man. Appreciate you, Jazz. Keep doing what you're doing. We love you and everything you're doing for all us independent artists, man. We appreciate it for real.
I appreciate y'all, because without y'all, there would be no something for the culture. So, you know, my hat's out to y'all. Even you, though, you know, with your show and everything. And yeah, y'all make sure y'all get their music. Please listen to it and actually review it. Give them feedback, because without y'all feedback, they don't know if you like it or not. So please give feedback.
I'm gonna say this. I know you call me Black, but in order to find my music, it's Selah Blak Sol. It's SELAHBLAKSOL, and Black Soul is an acronym. It means being leader is king and student of life. Selah is it's a biblical term. It's Hebrew, and it means pause and think about that. So as a poet, I want you to pause and think about what I say, poetry and hip hop. And I'm a leader, and I learn from life because I'm a student. And you asked who wanted to give a shout out. I want to shout out to 96.3 The Block up here in the upstate. JJ Solomon. He's putting on for all the independent artists out here, getting us on the radio, getting us radio play and stuff like that. The shout out to you know, all my fans, all my supporters out there. You know, people that had my back since day one. And shout out to you most definitely for allowing me to be on your platform and you know, sharing my art.
True. I like how you just dropped some jewels real quick on us towards the end of the show.
Let me jump in there real quick. Shout out to my man G Style, G Clemens, man. All my people in Oklahoma City that's supporting, checking out the videos, Be Something, Make Love. Shout out to Sheba Fisher, my man Stubbs, everybody that's from Oklahoma that tuned in and stuff like that, man. We on. Appreciate y'all. Love and support. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, I'm Jazzy J, and this will conclude our episode. See y'all next Monday, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.
Peace.